Can I tell you something that's changed my life lately? It's thinking positively, and I don't mean in a cliche, weird way. I mean in a way of waking up and saying, bloody hell, my life is beautiful. My life is absolutely incredible. I'm so lucky. I'm so grateful for every beautiful moment I've had with every beautiful person. There's one thing I want people to know me as when I die. It's that I'm a positive motherfucker. And you know what? I really do feel like I strive to be positive, and it's become natural. I used to kind of fake it. I remember somebody I used to work with, and I'll probably message him after this just to say like thank you, because he was always like a big brother to me. I actually worked at Pure Gym with him back in the day, and if he knows, but I love that guy. I haven't seen him in ages, but he was just awesome, and he was just so positive, and he was a hard worker, one of the hardest workers I've ever met in my life, and he was trying to save for a mortgage. He was trying to build his dream life, and that guy was working. That guy was relentlessly working. He said to me, he was like, mate, I don't care about sleep. I'm just here. I'm doing it. And he was just so positive about everything. He'd had the most beautiful view on life, and I love that about him. And people used to call him positive, and I was like, I want to be like him. I want to be called positive. And since then, I've kind of just strived to almost ingrain his mindset into my life. And I've realized the importance of being positive, because it truly does change your life in a way that you can't imagine. Because when something bad happens, my innate response now is not, oh, why is this happening to me? Yeah, I might feel like that, but that's not my initial response, not mentally anyway. Maybe in terms of my emotional state, but not in terms of my mindset. My mindset is, okay, what's this trying to teach me? What are we going to get out of this? How can I grow from this? What's the best possible outcome that's going to happen, right? So I lost three clients lately, and I was gutted initially, but then I looked and thought, are these people aligned with where my business is trying to go, my approach, my mindset? And in all honesty, they're not, and I love them to bits, and there's nothing on them, but it's just in terms of the alignment for where I'm trying to go, they're not in alignment with that. And it was actually hard to see it like that, because it's much easier to say, I've done a disservice here, what's happened, why has this happened to me, all of this. But instead I actually took it as a huge positive and said, well, now I've got 3 spaces for 3 brand new people that are going to be more in alignment with where I'm trying to take this business, myself, and their growth. So if anything, I gained 3 hours of blissful peace of mind and alignment with my future self and my goals. How crazy is that? But look, what I'm trying to say is, if you can think like that, like I'm thinking right now, I've turned a potential terrible situation into something that's actually pretty damn good. And I'm feeling pretty good about it now. I've reframed it, and I'm thinking, hell yeah, let's go. Let's use these 3 hours to make some positive changes in people's lives and in my life, So if you can see things in the most positive way possible, almost to the point where you're annoying. I remember reading Ant Middleton's book, and I think it was The Fear Bubble. And he said to me, he said in the book, he said, I have been called too positive, and I almost annoy my wife for being too positive. And I saw that, I was like, I love that, because that is what you want to get to. You want to get to a point where you're so optimistic about life that it actually annoys people, not to the point where you're literally like over a cliff and you're like, if I jump, I'll be fine. Mate, if you're not going to be fine over a 1,000-foot cliff, right? That's retarded optimism. And excuse my French there, sorry guys. That is silly optimism. But if you're optimistic in a way of, this situation's going to work out, I'm going to do this. If you're realistically optimistic, trying to see the bright in every situation, then that's the kind of approach that I think is going to take your life from 9 to a 10 or a 0 to an 8. I truly believe that. And I'm not just preaching this, I'm practicing what I preach. And I'm only preaching this because I've practiced it, and coming from somebody who's struggled with depression my whole life, suicidal thoughts, anxiety, and I battle with these things daily. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I do battle with these things daily, and there's times I've had a rough year, lots has happened that I haven't told many people, pretty much, no, not many people, and it's changed me, for the worst at first, but for the better long term, and I've learned a lot. So by thinking positively about things, it can change your life. It can change your life, guys, and it can get you through anything. So this is your sign to stop doubting yourself and to understand it's normal if you have negative thoughts, but to try and challenge those thoughts and actually think positively and realize that you can achieve anything in your life, and that your life is just as special as the person you look up to. Why have they done that? You're not worthy of that. You can achieve more than what they've achieved, because I know a lot of people compare themselves. So I'm using that example for that primary reason of whatever someone else has got, you can have. Whoever somebody else is, you can be. That's how I like to think of it. And this is a dog lead, by the way, because my dog's out there doing dog things. So look to be more positive in life. Stop looking for material things all the time, and try and sort your damn mindset out, because when you sort your mindset out, things are going to happen that you can't even imagine. And yeah, I'm a very spiritual person, so I am saying that from a spiritual point of view. If you don't agree with that, no worries. I still think you can take away the fact of positive thinking and the art of positive thinking to change your life. Because why would you not want to feel better in yourself and start seeing the bright and good in things? You don't want to be that miserable old man or woman, right? Hunched back over, sad, oh, I hate these kids of today, they're such little shits. Mate, yeah, they probably are. But let's see the positives. You know what? These kids nowadays are more open-minded than I ever was. That's how I'm trying to see it, all right? So let's move forward with positivity. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys. See you soon.